All right, welcome in everybody for another deep dive. This time you sent us something pretty interesting, a file actually.
Hmm.
It's called These Are the 20 Best Men's Fashion Trends to Try in 2025.mp4.
Hmm.
So, I mean, right off the bat,
You think you know what you're going to get?
yeah, you think you're gonna get like a video, showing all the
Showing us all the cool new clothes to buy.
incredible looks, Jude Star, all that.
But
But
that's not exactly what we found.
yeah, not even close.
When we dug into the actual text content of this file, it was
It was strange, right?
a surprise. It was
Uh-huh.
like opening up a present, expecting a toy, and getting a book of poetry.
Yeah, and not even like a whole poem. It was just like
Snippets, fragments.
random lines, almost like someone jotted down.
Yeah, almost like song lyrics.
Song lyrics, yeah, exactly.
So that's what our deep dive is today.
We're not going to be talking about fashion.
No.
We are diving into these lyrical nuggets you gave us.
Right. And see what we can find there.
What we can make of it, yeah.
I mean, the first thing that strikes me is just the huge disconnects, right?
Yeah.
You have this title promising, very concrete information about fashion trends.
Like very practical advice.
Yeah, practical, trendy, something you can, picture.
Yeah.
But the text itself is so abstract,
Yeah.
very much like an internal monologue.
Feelings, yeah, deep thoughts.
Right. And so the question is, what do we do with that? What can we learn from it?
Yeah. So let's jump into some of these lines. The first one that really stood out to me was the love that I can exchange for a piece of the cake I crave.
That's a good one.
Right. There's this like sense of longing there.
Definitely long.
Like maybe even this idea that you have to give something up
Oh, a trade-off.
to get what you really want.
Yeah. Or maybe even a comment on, how we value things.
That's worth it.
Yeah. What are we willing to sacrifice for the things that we really crave?
Yeah.
Whether it's a literal piece of cake or
Something bigger.
yeah, like
Yeah.
a relationship or a goal or whatever.
Yeah.
And then that next line, it can be gone if you want.
Oh,
it
sure.
almost adds this layer of impermanence to it, right?
Yeah.
Like the things we desire, the things we think are so important.
Can just vanish.
Yeah.
Poof. Gone.
So then we've got this series of lines.
Yeah.
It starts with, there are places I'd like to explore, 1,000,000 homes, maybe 1,000 more. And then somewhere won't be enough. I
And
mean,
that's restless, right?
restlessness, yeah.
This constant searching,
Yeah.
never satisfied.
Always wanting more.
And then right after that,
Mm.
it gets really specific. Well, I can see your house from here. It looks like a lovely house from here. The very least that I can do is coming by to stay with you.
It's interesting, right?
It is.
It's like this tension between wanting to explore everything
Yeah.
and also wanting to be in one specific place
Yeah.
to connect with someone particular.
Need to belong somewhere.
Yeah.
And then, boom, we're here instead. What do you make of that?
I think it's a really interesting turn, right? Because it suggests that maybe
That they didn't go to the house.
they didn't go to the house, maybe they ended up somewhere else entirely.
Yeah, like they made a choice.
Or maybe it was out of their control.
Yeah, maybe. Circumstance.
But there's this feeling of like being present in a particular moment,
Yeah.
even if it's not the moment they were initially seeking
Right, like a different kind of contentment.
or acceptance.
Yeah.
And then it gets even more complex, right? Because we have, I don't know what the future holds. I'll sing a song, maybe 1,000 more, and stay free. Leave the dream.
I mean, there's a lot to unpack there.
There is.
There's this acknowledgement of uncertainty,
Mhm.
but also this fierce desire for independence
Yeah.
and almost like finding solace in creation, like through music in this case.
I think that's a really powerful idea. This idea that even when we're faced with the unknown, we can still find ways to express ourselves.
Yeah, and find meaning.
And find freedom.
So this is quite a journey, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, starting with, men's fashion trends.
Right. Thinking we were going to be talking about, the hottest new jackets.
Yeah.
And instead we're deep in these, introspective lyrics.
Yeah.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
It makes you think about all the unexpected places that we might find meaning.
Yeah, like the information is out there,
It's everywhere.
but it's not always what we expect.
And maybe that's a good thing.
Maybe it is, yeah.
Maybe the real discoveries happen when we're open to the unexpected.
So, to our listeners out there, think about this. What other hidden information, just as insightful as these lyrics, that's something to think about, and that's going to do it for us for this deep dive.
See you next time.
See ya.